Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Joshua with another custom comic book review. I've been into Terminator ever since I was a kid, and I've always thought it'd be a really cool idea if somebody made a Terminator based in like maybe the 1800s or so. And since I've never been able to find one, I figured I would make one up myself. So this is my own custom comic book. This is called Terminator 1954. And so far, the storyline's pretty cool. Um, it's about Skynet. It's searching through its documents and everything that it saved before the war about John Connor's past, and then between 1950 to 19 sorry 1850 to 1858 or so, they found out that there was one of his past grandfathers. His name was Jebediah Connor. And so Skynet figures that it could send a Terminator back into the 1800s in an attempt to kill Jebediah Connor. And anyways, this is what I've got so far. Did the front cover. It looks like he's, being shown through glass or maybe a mirror, and he shot through it with a revolver. This is actually one of the first times that I drew like a revolver and guns in particular. I'm not really good at realism, but I tried. That's all that matters. The face looks pretty cool. I actually got the concept from an old cowboy movie. You got the cool little cowboy hat and whatnot. Terminator has a sling, has nice little shotgun there, revolver, all that cool stuff. So let's see what we've got. So we've got year 2024 Skynet Command. I actually found a picture on Google that I took and copied. But this is a picture of Skynet Central, where it controls everything. And from the pictures I've seen, Skynet basically looks like a big giant pyramid. So off in the background, you see the HKs, flying around. A big giant barricaded wall. You got a bunch of T-800s from the top view, stand all information. You have some little, opening thing for HKs to land in and stuff. But anyways, here's a picture of the T-800s. They're standing in the rain. Skynet is heavily guarded by T-800s, but tonight Skynet finds new information about its enemy, John Connor. And then we go to Skynet's little screen. You see it searching, through John Connor's broken archives. Skynet has a vast archive of human history and even some personal information on people. And down here's my shitty picture of a John Connor. But tonight, Skynet... I just read that. Or did I? Whatever, fuck it. But tonight, Skynet finds new information about its enemy, John Connor. It is a close-up of the screen. It has found information on John Connor's great-great-great-grandfather, Jedediah Connor. And back in the day, he called himself Jed Connor, and this is a wanted picture from 1800s, and you're like, yeah, $100 for his capture. And right here, it tells you the age between 25 27. He's in Texas. Match, yes. So what ends up happening is that it activates a T-Model 804. Right here is a cryostasis storage. It opens up. Psh, psh, needs a little air vents to open up, and you have all that cool, 1990s fog coming out. And door opens up. And right here you see a bunch of T-804s, because all of them come off an assembly line. Skynet chooses one, brings it out. Here's his feet, dangling. And they're all just dangling. They're like, a bunch of, frozen meat on hooks. And here it is. The little hooks release it from the neck. Clink. Thunk. Falls to the ground. He's activating. There he is. His eyes glowing red. And then he's going through his basic functions. Skynet systems online, mission, waiting, model T-84, motor functions optimal. It's looking at its hand, making sure everything's good. Slowly stands up. Eyes glowing red. Then he gets his He gets his mission update: go to time portal, travel to 1980 to 1854, June 10th, terminate Jedediah Connor. And here he is from a top view. Here he is walking down the platform. He's walking past this place where scientists are in background. He's walking naked. I'm pretty sure he's got a big old fat cock on him. And here's two scientists talking from the other side of the window. I wonder where Skynet's sending our newest prototype. So these two guys basically, created an upgraded version of the T-800. And then here's the main doctor. Here he is, thinking to himself, I should have chosen death when I was captured by Skynet. How many more deaths are on my hands now since I've agreed to help Skynet? Dr. Baker, did you hear me? He goes, yeah. I apologize, Adams. It appears that Skynet chose our little project to be sent back in time, most likely to attack a direct relative of Connor's. And he says, do you think that T-84 will succeed this time around? Back to him, oh yeah, without a doubt. I personally trained its AI to learn and essentially be human. It can even manipulate, befriend humans in order to complete its mission. So that's pretty fucked up. He goes, so it lies. Machine it lies. Yes, it lies, steals, manipulates, befriends, and much, much more. And with the combination of you creating a Terminator slimmed down to resemble more human, I think we gave birth to a far superior Terminator, a true monster. And because this Terminator is more of a slimmed down version of T-84, it's not as beefy as like Arnold Schwarzenegger would be. But at least we can live, even though Skynet keeps us locked up here as prisoners. He's like, but at what point do we say enough and stop Skynet? When, Dr. Adams? Dan, listen, if we try anything at all, Skynet will kill us. I'm sorry, but I value my own life. Piece of shit. But just because I value my own life over other people's lives, it doesn't mean that I haven't accidentally compromised our work. He looks over. What exactly do you mean by compromised? And he says, do you remember how in World War II the Jews who were forced into work camps, kind of like how you and I were? I don't understand why we were talking about the Jews being enslaved. How is this relevant to our situation? Because the Jews would often compromise the work that they did for the Nazis, like purposely making faulty tanks or rifles and ammunition. So I essentially did what the Jews did. I compromised their T-84 with a special chip. It forces the T-84 to go into a meltdown mode after a short time, but I'm not sure how long it'll take. So that's kind of cool. In a weird way, there's a cool chip. There's the cool chip that he installed, but in a cool way, they're kind of helping John Connor's great-great-grandfather, Jed Connor. He goes, so, this chip, it forces the T-84's power cells to overheat to cause meltdown? Exactly. It's our wrench in the gears. So that's kind of cool. Our wrench. If we can't stop Skynet in the present, then we will stop it in the past. I just hope that the chip does its part before the T-84 completes its mission. And here he is, walking down the platform again. More walking, and off in the background you see see Skynet creating T-1000s. So that's kind of cool. And right here you see it from the T-1000's point of view. You see this one kind of staring off at him because he's just recently activated. And here he is in front of the time machine, looking up at the time machine, walking closer, gets on into the time machine, puts his muscular, sexy foot in the middle. And right here, the time machine starts. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Computer says, initiate time warp, year 1855, Texas, locked in, electricity, all that cool stuff. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And there he is, just waiting to be transported. Activated time bubble. This really cool time bubble just kind of, creates itself around the Terminator. Here's a pretty cool picture that I made too. I made it all look like a 90s like digital look, and his eyeballs are all glowing and shit. I thought that was pretty cool. Sitting T84 now. There he is in the bubble. Then kaboom! Shoots him off into the past. Complete time machine shutdown mode. Because in the, if I remember correctly, in the movies it goes into a shutdown mode, so it can like basically restart and cool down. And then Texas 1854, 8 o'clock at night. Here is in Texas, nighttime, huge ass moon, little cactus. You see a cowboy here with his horse, fire. And then here he is looking at a wanted picture of himself. Only a $50 reward for me? What a disgrace. I'm worth at least 100. Dan Wheeler. You piece of shit. He crunches the paper, tosses it in the fire. He's got some coffee going. Sick fuck. Besides, with this cash that I robbed, I'll just pay off anyone who comes looking for me. Or maybe I'll just shoot him too. There's a little, picture being caught on fire, smoking. Horse starts freaking out. Could you imagine if horses really sound like that? Like a bunch of retards. Make them all scream at once. His horse's name's Betsy. Betsy, something's got her bothered. I didn't complete that picture because I'm a piece of shit. Clicks the revolver. Again, I'm not really good at making pistols, but you can tell it's a shitty revolver. He throws this little blanket over the box of money so nobody sees it. He's looking around. He's about to shoot somebody. There's a horse being a retard again. And there he is. Girl, I have the slightest clue on why you acting scared, but I assure you, there ain't nothing here. Kaboom. He goes flying backwards. Thunk. He drops his little revolver. What in the hell is that? He sees his big giant time bubble just hovering over his fire. Freaking the fuck out. Opens up, sees a pair of manly feet. Evaporates. Thunk. Right in the fire. And there he is, staring right at the cowboy. There he is, staring at the cowboy laying on the ground in fright. And he goes, time travel complete. Target measuring clothes. Match. Stands up. He sees a big giant cock. His eyes. He's the devil. Because his eyes are glowing red. And maybe he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I need your clothes. I need your firearm. Now. Come on. Give it to me. Give me your firearm. I need your boots. Your clothes. And the motorcycle. Do this here. Now. He's all trembling, looking for his little revolver. Picks it up. Go fuck yourself. Bang, 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 bang. Shoots at him. Ding, 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 all over his chest. Ding, one in the face. A little bit of blood coming out. A very unwise mistake. He's like, what in the hell are ya? Laying on the ground, all freaked the fuck out. Grabs him by the neck. Snap! Snaps his little arm. My arm. You see a hand coming out. Lifts him up by the neck. Snap! Crack! There he is, kind of smiling at him. Dead. He didn't really put much of a fight. Just drops his ass to the ground. Looks down at him. Target terminated. Just laying there dead. And there's his sexy little man feet. No big deal. Terminator looks over. It's the horse. The Terminator is like, I don't understand. Why does he sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger? It's a horse. Are you a horse or are you Arnold? We'll make up your mind. He looks over. He does a close up on the horse's waist area. He sees the shotgun just sitting there. He wants the shotgun. Retrieve your shotgun. Naked foot walking up to the horse. Horse looking down on him like a fucking retard. There he is trying to reach the shotgun. The horse is like, there he is reaching over. The horse again. Fucking kicks the Terminator with his hind legs. Sends the Terminator just fucking flying back with his sexy ass cheeks flying in the air. Kaboom! Thud! And then you see, big giant hoof prints, including some, bullet holes. He's circumcised. That's nice. He's fairly well endowed. Yeah. There he is, slowly standing up with some dirty knees. I don't know what you've been doing, buddy, but your knees are pretty filthy. Looks up, sees the horse again, scanning him now. He sees that the head's vulnerable. Slowly gets up in the darkness, approaches the horse again. This time the horse looks more like a badass, prepared. You see him walking over there, raising his fist in robot anger. Fucking sucker punches the horse right in the face. Well, crack! His little tooth goes flying out. It's no more yeah for you anymore. Yeah. Horse lays there dead, bleeding all over the place. Snapped neck. Looks down at him in anger. His eyes are glowing. Terminated. Retrieve firearm. Retrieves the firearm. Puts on some dead cowboy boots. Clothes. Revolver. Checks the revolver. Eyes glowing again. And there he is. Pimpin'. It's not like anyone's gonna care, he just killed a criminal. And there he is, 11 hours later, walking to sunlight. He gets to this nice little place called Welcome to Riverston. Everyone's just, kind of just sitting there. You get some black person sitting there in a barrel. He's looking around for Jed Connor. He's like, is this bitch Jed Connor? It's not the 2000s anymore where, men think they're girls and girls think they're men. Pretty sure it's a girl. He goes, searching, Jedediah Connor, no matches, just, randomly scanning people. This little retarded kid who looks like Gohan walks up to him. Hey, mister. He looks down at him. Scanning, no match. Could you imagine what would have happened if he matched up a Jed Connor with this little kid? He'd fucking bash him in the face in front of all these people. You want to buy a paper? And he shows him papers, shows a paper in his face. Jed Connor wanted, and it's a match. So he rips the paper out of the kid's hands. And he goes, hey, you gotta pay for them, mister. And that's as far as I've got so far. Cider spent 18 minutes showing you guys my Terminator comic in the making still. And that's all I've got so far. I think it came out pretty good. And this is my other comic, Yamashi Pervert Detective. This one's pretty good. But I also have Batman vs. Terminator. I got Volume 1 and Volume 2 that I just created. And if you guys like my videos, please like and subscribe and post in the comment section what should happen next. And as always, thanks for watching.